Hey everybody, and welcome to Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic. My name is Jan Harris, and I'm honored to serve as the superintendent of Dade County Schools. We have a fun show for you today. You're going to be hearing from our brand new principal, not superintendent, brand new principal over at Dade Middle School. Dr. Sandra Spivey will be here. You'll get to know her a little bit better and hear the latest from Dade Middle School. Additionally, we have one of our very best teachers here in the studio today, and that's Miss Ashley Smith. And so we're going to be talking about advanced rigor in the classroom. But first, I want to remind everybody to check out the latest news through my digital newsletter. I think Cody's got a picture of today's newsletter for this week, and you can find this on our website, and it gives you a prompt if you want to sign up for the newsletter, so it will come to your inbox. You can sign up for that. And I want to start by looking at the top there. You see the picture of Rex Mayo with me, and I had the pleasure of giving him a donation from the generous people that I work with. The ladies and gentlemen at the Dade County Board of Ed presented a donation to his ministry called A Hand Up. And so we appreciate Mr. Mayo. And then the word of the week is justice. Today, the word of the week is justice. King Solomon said, "The righteous care about justice for the poor." And then I have a story about one of our sweet children who exemplified the word of the week recently, and that was generosity. And that was a story about Landon Barton. He's in kindergarten, and we're inspired by his example. He sold homemade cookies to teachers and candy canes to students to raise money for toys for children who were in need during the Sheriff's White Christmas event. And so when he finished fundraising, he presented the sheriff with a check, well, with cash. It was not a check. It was cash. I was there. It was in a Ziploc bag. It was $175. So there's a picture of Landon, and what a guy. What an inspiration. Also, I want to remind everyone that DFACS has asked us to spread the word about a desperate need for foster families in our area. If you scroll on down that newsletter, you'll get all of the information about that. There's going to be a foster care meeting on January the 16th at 6 p.m. And then there are great pictures of our students from the Brett Warren Wrestling Invitational. And Dr. Spivey, I think that I copied your Twitter notification about that and got these great pictures. So I thank Dade Middle School for those. And then every time I send out a digital newsletter, I post items of interest of upcoming events. So tomorrow we're going to be having board training. We've got basketball coming up and a holiday on Monday. So I hope you'll tune in and get that regular newsletter and stay with us in all that we do, and know that you're always welcome. So stay with us. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, you'll get to hear from Dr. Sandra Spivey.
Can you gig it? Oh, yes, you can. We know you've been waiting for a long time, and now Tennessee Valley Net is bringing it to you. Gigabit internet service now available in certain areas of Dade County. Not just fast, super fast internet service now available from Tennessee Valley Net. People are talking, I mean really smiling about gig speed internet available in limited areas from Tennessee Valley Net. Call today at 706-657-4367 or log on at tvn.net and see if gig speed is available where you are. We know you'll gig it from Tennessee Valley Net. delivering top-quality primary health care locally. We are Northeast Alabama Health Services. With 7 locations, there's one near you. Scottsboro, Section, North Sand Mountain and Higdon, Skyline, Woodville, Fife, and Fort Payne. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and of course your private insurance. If you're unemployed, low income, or have a high copay or deductible, you may also qualify for a reduced rate office visit as low as $16. Ask about our free medication program, and ladies, you may qualify for a free or reduced rate mammogram. Dental referrals for our patients with tooth removal and fillings for only $15. Putting your health concerns first, we're Northeast Alabama Health Services. Cervical cancer screenings now available at Northeast Alabama Health Services.
It's back for a limited time Guthries Buy 4, Get 1 More deal. Come on into Guthries in Trenton and get your punch card and start saving. It's really easy. Buy 4 meals at the regular price and get the 5th meal free. It's the Buy 4, Get 1 More deal now at Guthries. And be sure to get by Guthries for your after-school snack box now available. Guthries, home of the golden fried chicken finger and the best chicken finger sauce in the world. And remember, Guthries is your Super Bowl party headquarters for wings and fingers. Guthries, Highway 136 West, just off I-59 in Trenton.
When you or a loved one is facing a life-limiting illness, hospice care may be the answer. At Tapestry Hospice, the patient is the focus of our care. We are here to serve you and facilitate your wishes. Tapestry caregivers are concerned with managing your pain, keeping you in touch with your physician, and helping you make plans for the future. Hospice is life-affirming, and Tapestry Hospice can help you deal with all aspects of life, mind, body, and soul. Call Tapestry Hospice for more information. 706-383-8812. That's 706-383-8812. Tapestry Hospice. Redefining hope.
Hey everybody, we're back reading, writing, and arithmetic. And I'll tell you, we sure do appreciate Evan Stone and the good people here at KWN who give us an opportunity every week to share the good news from Dade County Schools. Speaking of this week and the good news, Dr. Spivey, we had some bad weather on Monday.
We did.
I mean, just when you think you're going to be back in school, getting back in the groove, here we go again. I bet you had some experiences with weather and closing school when you served as superintendent in Alabama.
I was really glad this was your decision to make and not mine. I'm very supportive of whatever you do.
You have fond memories of that.
Not exactly, but.
Well, this is your first year to be in Dade County Schools, and now I feel like a veteran because I've been here since April of 2016. So now I'm coming up on a 2-year anniversary, and so I'm a little bit ahead of you. But we're delighted to have you in Trenton, Georgia, and I hear wonderful things about you and what's going on at Dade Middle School, and the good people here in Trenton and Dade County. I know they'd like to learn more about you. There was a great article in the newspaper about you when you came, but why don't you tell everybody a little bit about your background?
Okay. Well, first of all, thanks for having me today, and I just love being here in Dade County, and as you know, I'm very grateful to you for hiring me in this very important role in the school system. But just a little bit about myself. As you know, I retired from education in Alabama after I had 29 years of service credit there before retiring, and I was born and raised in Scottsboro, Alabama, not very far from here.
No, that's not far.
But when I graduated from high school there, went to Auburn, and I said I never came back for about 30 years. I ended my career as a superintendent in Scottsboro, but I worked most of my career away from that area. But I served much like you as a teacher. I loved being a teacher. I was a high school math teacher. I worked with cheerleaders as a coach, and then I was an assistant principal. I was a middle school principal, a high school principal in 2 different schools. I served as a director of human resources, a director of secondary education, and I worked for a time at the State Department of Education with mostly high priority schools that were struggling, high poverty, and those sorts of things. And then, as I mentioned, as a superintendent, ended my career there. And so I loved really all of the jobs I have, but it's really nice to be back in a school setting with students and teachers. I say back in the trenches again.
Well, I'll tell you, I thought that you might come over to Georgia as a superintendent, and I remember I told you about an opening that one of the leaders in Georgia had contacted me and said, hey, do you know anybody good that might want to come over as a superintendent? And I remember we talked about it, and so I was so surprised when you wanted to apply. And then I like to have committees when I interview, and then during the interview process, after your interview, everyone on the committee, they're like, wow, to get someone like Dr. Spivey with the experience and the knowledge that you have, it's really a gift and a blessing to our students and our staff, at Dade Middle School. So we thank you for coming here. We're so glad you're here.
Well, I am happy to be here. It's a blessing to me to be here. As I said, just to be back in a school. And I remember one of the things you told me when I asked you about the principal's position. I think I told you I don't really want to be a superintendent right now, or maybe never again.
Yes.
And I said I really want to get back in a school with students. And I remember one of the things you told me about Dade County Schools is what a sweet, I remember you used that word, what a sweet school system, and how the students and the faculty and staff, and that has really proven to be the case. I've worked with a lot of wonderful professionals in my career and wouldn't trade anything for all of those experiences, but I have never worked with a more caring, professional staff, people who not only care about the students but care about each other in the way that is just so evident here by everybody that works in Dade County. So I do have some experiences that hopefully are helpful, but I feel like I'm the one that's blessed to be here, to be able to work with such great people. So
I feel that way about myself. It's just a joy to come to work and be with the children here. Our students, in fact, last week I was teasing Mr. Farney. I kept saying, don't we have beautiful children, Mr. Farney? I mean, we really do. Our students are so well-mannered, and they're sweet and helpful, and the reason that I'm here is because the board really touched my heart, because Miss Bradford said, we want you to come here. We want a superintendent to come here who will love our children. And I think people who come here, if they focus on the children and what's best for the students and always keeping their watchful eyes on the students, you're going to be very successful if you do that, because that's what the parents want. They want us to take care of their children. So.
Well, I've said to you, I'm still learning the Georgia way and the Dade County way, and have a lot to learn, and all of that's new. I've teased and told you I don't know what I don't know, even on many days, but at the heart of it is just the relationships and making an impact on kids' lives, and I really think that's the focus of the staff here. So kind of the rest will come as we learn all the rest of the pieces. So I'm very grateful to be here, and I love the middle school age. I know you know that I spent most of my career working with high school students or high school faculty, staff, principals, and I loved that. But my first principalship was at a middle school, and really I wasn't ready to leave when I did. I was asked to go and take the role at the high school, which I loved, but I feel like I've just been blessed kind of at the, starting a new chapter, but being able to circle back and finish what I started all those years ago as a new principal. It's very rewarding, isn't it? Very much so.
Well, I'm getting the eye from Cody. It's time for us to take a break, and I want to tell you, this is probably a record for KWN. We've got 3 math teachers here in the studio. It just occurred to me. We've got Ashley Smith, and we've got Dr. Spivey and me. So stay tuned, and we'll be back to hear Dr. Spivey tell us more about Dade Middle.
The end of 2017 means the start of something new. So start your year with us. Hi, it's LeBron Clark at Mountview Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. During the Start Something New event, buy a brand new 2017 Ram 1500 4x4 Bighorn with $15,000 in total savings. Or drive a new 2018 Jeep Cherokee Latitude, just $18,888. Shop Mountain View Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Ringgold. Located just 10 minutes from Dalton or Chattanooga, we're number one for a reason.
Attention outdoor cooking fans. The Appliance and Outdoor Equipment Showroom at the Upper Sand Mountain Gas District is a gold dealer of Big Green Egg products. The Big Green Egg is miles ahead of anything else. State-of-the-art ceramics, a wide range of easily adjusted cooking temperatures, a stainless steel cooking grid, and a permanent porcelain glaze to preserve that signature green color. It's a grill, it's an oven, it's even a smoker. The most versatile cooking device ever. Truly the ultimate cooking experience. The Appliance and Outdoor Equipment Showroom at the Upper Sand Mountain Gas District is the largest supplier of Big Green Egg products between Memphis and Atlanta, carrying a complete line of products including rubs and sauces. Free 60-day layaway with 10% down, plus 90-day same as cash, and financing is available. See us today on Sand Mountain. Take I-59 south to the Hammondville exit, right on Highway 117 to 21620, Highway 117 in Ider, or call 256-687-9386 to learn about the Appliance and Outdoor Equipment Showroom at the Upper Sand Mountain Gas District.
A time-tested financial institution equipped with the latest banking technology, the Bank of Dade, with mobile banking to fit your on-the-go lifestyle. Download our latest app today for your iPhone, Android, or tablet to bank on the go. Check your balance, pay bills, make deposits, and keep track of your account anytime and anywhere with the Bank of Dade's smartphone app. Make life easier by using today's most advanced banking technology to your advantage. Call us at 657-6842 or visit on the web at bankofdade.com. Your hometown bank since 1956, the Bank of Dade. Main office is on Highway 11 North in Trenton, and drive-thrus on Highway 11 North and Highway 136 West. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hey, y'all, we're back, and guess what? We got 3 math teachers here today for reading, writing, and arithmetic, and that could be very intimidating to a lot of people. You know, math is a scary subject to some, so it's kind of fun having 3 math people here. And Dr. Spivey is the principal at Dade Middle School, and we've just been talking about kind of completing our journey, and I think it's so interesting that we're both math teachers. We both were middle school principals, high school principals, and superintendents before coming to God's country over here.
Absolutely.
In Dade County, Georgia. When I visited the middle school the first time, I was really impressed with the house system. And I'm familiar with Ron Clark Academy, and people at home might like to hear about that. Do you want to tell more about the house system?
I'll tell a little bit. When I met with Lisa Bell, our brand new academic coach this year at Dade Middle School. She's not new to Dade Middle, but new to our school, and is wonderful. But she and I met, and one of the things she was telling me about was, you know, that we have a house system at Dade Middle School, and was telling me how it was structured. And I remember saying to her, this sounds such a cool thing. This is really has a lot of potential to do amazing things at the school. But she was telling me that they were kind of, you know, it had been a new process, and it was still in process as they were kind of just looking for what direction to go and growing it and just making sure it continued to do what they had envisioned. But actually back in October, and you may remember this, Miss Bell and several of our house captains came, and they were on KWN one day and told a little bit about it. But just very quickly, for those of you who don't know, the house program that is at Dade Middle School is a neat, just unique thing about our school. Students are randomly divided into 4 houses: Amity, Candor, Dauntless, and Erudite. And there's a sorting ceremony at the beginning of the school year. It's very exciting, especially for our 6th graders, as they find out what house they're in. And they literally randomly sort them into the houses. Faculty and staff members. I belong to a house.
Which one?
I'm in Dauntless.
Okay.
And we've got work to do to catch up this year in with our points. But faculty and staff members are in houses, and each house has student leaders. One of the things we've done kind of new this year is realizing that we needed to develop student leadership. So we're using Kouzes and Posner's Student Leadership Challenge.
Oh, wonderful.
And Lisa Bell is working through that with our house captains just to, teach them, what it means to take on that leadership role so that they can have more ownership of the activities. We also have a faculty house committee, and they kind of give guidance. The students lead the way, and they give guidance and wisdom to the things that the students select to do. But the focus is on positive behaviors, reinforcing positive behaviors. There's a sense of camaraderie as we do just sometimes just some fun activities to get the students involved and interacting in just with fun things. There are academic incentives involved and service and community projects, all of those things, and students earn points for their houses, and then there are rewards at the end of the 9 weeks, and then a big reward at the end of the school year. But it's all to promote all of the things that we want to encourage and promote anyway for our middle schoolers, and just kind of
for positive behavior and high expectations for academic achievement. Well, speaking of positive behavior, I'm wondering if you have a heartwarming story you want to share about a student or a club, or I was talking about the young man, kindergartner, who raised the money. You have anything special you want to share that happened?
Well, when I was hearing you tell that story, I was sitting over there thinking there are countless stories of really students, faculty and staff members, people in this community, just in my short time here in Dade County, that were flashing through my mind. There are just so many examples. People in this community are so generous and kind to not only the students and the people in our school system, but the greater community and even beyond this community. But one thing that did come to my mind in listening to you tell this story is about a parent of ours. And it really touched my heart. One of our parents walked in, just unannounced, came into the office one day. This was last semester, and he said that he was very grateful for what Dade Middle School had done for his son over the last 2 or 3 years, and the school system, and he really wanted to give back. He in his line of work, he wanted to offer to power wash the entire school building.
Oh, wow.
So I just thought that was such a generous thing to do, and he wanted to do that to give back because he felt like he had received a lot and his family from the school. So,
well, to piggyback on that, and then we have to take a break, I got a letter in the mail today from a gentleman who wishes to remain anonymous, sent $2,000. And he said, Dr. Harris, use it for our students in science and engineering and technology. He said anything that will benefit our students.
That's wonderful.
And that's the kind of people we have in Dade County. So stay tuned, and you're going to meet one of the best teachers. Her name is Ashley Smith.
At First Southern State Bank, putting you first is our priority. First with convenience, with branches in 6 great communities: Fort Payne, Rainsville, Scottsboro, Higdon, and our Stevenson office, now recently enlarged and remodeled. First with our friendly, experienced staff, always helpful and ready to serve. And first with our mobile on-the-go banking. Our mobile app is fantastic, user-friendly, secure, and free. So whether it's online or in person, you're our first priority at First Southern State Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Yeah, that was the one, right? Hey, John, did you eat half of my bagel? Speaking of half, if you switch to H&R Block this year, you'll pay half what you paid the other guy last year.
So you did.
Smoke screen!
You're a fake wizard, John. This is a movie set.
Switch to Block and pay half of what you paid your other guy.
Half price is a better price. Get your taxes won.
Methamphetamine affects everyone, your neighbors, your friends, and even your family.
Know the signs.
Physical symptoms include you may have extreme difficulty sleeping and even insomnia, and you may lose your appetite.
Know the signs. Please know the signs.
You can seem nervous and anxious and even have paranoia.
Know the signs.
Overheat easily and sweat without even being hot.
Know the signs.
dilated pupils, and even hair loss.
Know the signs.
Hallucinations and delusions. And you can also have tachycardia, which is a rapid heart rate.
Know the signs.
You may have liver damage and loss of skin elasticity.
Know the signs.
You may notice unexplained financial instability and social isolation.
Know the signs.
You may have a false sense of euphoria, coupled with strong depression and even risky behavior, legal trouble, memory loss, and repeated incarceration.
Please know the signs. Unfortunately, we do.
Well, we're back, and here we are, 3 math teachers here on reading, writing, and arithmetic. And, you know, we were working to get these microphones completely, perfectly equidistant. Weren't we, Dr. Spivey?
We were. Miss Smith was taking the lead on that.
You want to introduce your teacher that you have with you today?
I would love to. This is Ashley Smith, and she is an absolutely phenomenal math teacher, and I would not say that if I didn't absolutely believe it to be 100% true. She does amazing things. And Dr. Harris, when I first came to Dade County, there were very few things you gave me direction on right up front, but one of the things you did talk about is hoping that there would be a way at the middle school for us to be able to move forward so that our students would have an opportunity to be able to take Algebra 1 or an accelerated math.
Right.
And so the reason that I asked Ms. Smith to be here today is as we began to look at an accelerated sequence for middle grades mathematics and talked with Ms. Smith about it, she immediately, enthusiastically jumped on board, and she is teaching the first part of the series and the sequence that makes it an opportunity for our students to eventually get to Algebra 1 in the 8th grade. So I wanted her to be here today to tell you a little bit about that.
Tell us about it. That's great.
Okay. Accelerated math essentially creates an opportunity for our students to learn at a quicker pace.
Now, this is 6th grade?
Yes,
6th grade.
We're starting out with 6th grade, and we'll move it into each grade level as this particular group moves up. It just gives them an opportunity to learn at a quicker pace, to be challenged a little bit more in class. So this year, the group that I have will learn all of 6th grade, but then half of 7th grade material. And the next year, they'll learn the other half of 7th, all of 8th. So when they get into 8th grade, they'll actually be taking a high school math course. So they'll go ahead and get a credit before they actually get to the high school, which opens up a lot of opportunity for them when they go to high school. They can take more math. They can do dual enrollment when they get to be seniors, explore more AP options and courses because they will have that available to them since they've already taken something prior to getting there. So it's been really wonderful teaching these students, and they've really met the challenge. We kind of were told that we're learning as we go. They're learning, I'm learning, we're learning together, and it's been a really good experience to see them step up to the plate and take that challenge head on to be able to cover so much material so quickly. And I've been really impressed with how well they've done. We have a lot of intelligent students who are really willing to work very hard to push their learning boundaries. So,
now, how many students do you have in the class?
We currently have 28.
20? That's a big class.
We have 28 students, and we took all of them based off of test scores, teacher recommendations, how they thought the students would do in the class, and we took students who either made a level 4, which is the highest score you can make on a Georgia milestone, or kids who were very in the very high 3s. We're very close to making a 4 on the milestone, so that we were very confident that they would be comfortable at that learning pace with that material.
We have very smart students.
We do.
And I think I'm guilty of not pushing myself as much as I should. And we need to encourage our students, and it sounds like we have a lot that are, eligible for that class. And so I'm impressed that we have 28.
Yes.
Anything else you want to say about the class, Dr. Spivey?
It's gone. We rolled it out kind of quickly. I did not begin working here in Dade County until July, and us trying to figure out what we wanted to do. And so we rolled it out pretty quickly, and I was expecting just you expect growing pains, I guess, in the beginning, and it's really gone a lot smoother than I thought. And I credit Miss Smith a lot, our math teachers and Miss Smith, for their efforts in that. And the students have been excited about the challenge, and that's been, sometimes you have to convince students to that when it's going to be harder, they'll want to back away, but that has not been the case. They've accepted the challenge, and it's encouraged me for us to continue and move forward with this. So,
well, we're very proud of Dade Middle School, and we're so glad to have Dr. Spivey, and we're glad to have Miss Smith. This is your second year, correct? Or
no,
third?
This is my third
year.
Starting my third, yep.
It goes by quickly.
It does.
But you're a wonderful teacher, and you're very involved, cheerleader sponsor, and always at the activities, and we're glad you're on the team.
Thank you.
So we want to thank you for joining us today on Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic, and join us again next week at 1 o'clock on Wednesday. We look forward to seeing you then. Bye-bye.